The Moon on Kindred going to do what he can on this champion.
The triple marksman double tank here from NRG. This is one of the most sturdy team comps that you can look for with a team fight.
Guys, here's the battle for second place right in front of us. You guys at home, weigh in who it's going to be. Tweet hashtag NRG win or hashtag CLG win. When's going to go in?
Ooh, the patience
Next
here.
Next Q cooldown from Impact.
They're waiting for Darshan to go for that minion line.
Okay, he's got the Q. He gets the... Ooh, doesn't block a whole lot. Has to flash get away. He will stay alive, just barely. And there will not be a die. Darshan will have to teleport back into lane.
No teleport from Impact.
Oh, man.
This is probably a dead Altec.
There's the culling. Altec down to 3/4. aphromoo and Xmithie around the wing.
Oh!
They chain up their CC. That's first blood. Going to Stixxay. Good turret aggro juggling as well. Nice first blood to CLG. CLG were going for the long con. Stay in that brush. See if someone comes around. Look for the damage. Oh! GBM getting hurt pretty heavily.
I think Darshan will have to back off just due to the threat of Kindred, even though Kindred has recalled in the Fog of War. Here for GBM so far emerging. But look at this. Binding
hits Moon. Huhi gets the black shield and goes in for the burst damage.
Out of him.
And there's the culling. But KonKwon says, nah, don't you dare.
So he is able to hold on to the ultimate cooldown. This
Darshan,
is the long
linked
game
by
here,
Moon.
though.
Goes in, pops the ult, gets a little bit of damage too. There's the Valkyrie away, and Darshan says, you're right, I don't want to fight this after all, but gets down pretty low on health. Here comes the Malphite, 500 HP, flashes for the Q. Darshan has nowhere to go. He's not going to live. Pops the flash, jumps backwards. There's the knockup, there's the kill. NRG get their first one of the game, thanks to Impact and GBM.
Hey, in here and trade a mid lane turret for the early dragon.
Stixxay getting some damage with the red buff. KonKwon once again pops the shield and survives almost everything Huhi throws at him. GBM pushing in. Whoa! Valkyrie's aggressive! Has to get Kindred ult to stay alive. That was risky.
Yeah, he doesn't even stay in it to get the heal afterwards. That means he's going to base immediately.
Pushing in. There's the package. And just all it does is zone CLG off. It's actually a very safe usage. It doesn't put GBM in danger, but it makes CLG respect him anyway.
They're just trying to buy time for Darshan here. CLG poking and prodding. They're trying to stop recalls.
NRG are so slow to actually commit to these kinds of fights that it just gives so much time to Darshan, who keeps pushing with impunity, and no one tries to stop him. Inhibitor itself now under fire. I don't see a single recall from NRG. Impact wanted in on Huhi, popped the ulti, but didn't get the damage through, and that's going to be an inhibitor taken down without Darshan having to fight anyone. Now finds Moon and Altec in a 1v2, flashes to get away. The flash to follow, Moon's going to get some damage down, but Darshan buys space, then Q's out.
I thought that he was toast, but very good understanding of LeBlanc's.
Oh, the flash by aphromoo! That's the kill picked up. Absolutely beautiful play by both of them. That's how you 2v1.
Flashes into the brush, fires the binding from Fog.
And GM didn't see it coming. He had flash up. And just didn't realize he was getting bound. Playing right now, looking for Baron Nash to be their pickup there. Darshan, 1v1 Impact, who sits against the wall to not get turned around on. And look at that, GBM walks down and says, thank you very much, that's going to be mine. Now Huhi forcing back Moon to buy some time for the Baron Nash take, but it doesn't die fast enough. Xmithie's dangerously low.
Yeah, still a little early in the game for that one.
Ooh! We saw that.
Saw that.
NRG didn't, but we did.
Grab that turret money.
Grab that turret money. Here comes the push in for mid lane tier 2. Good burst out from Huhi.
Man, that was risky too.
Yeah, he could have gotten ulted by KonKwon and just died.
Didn't even get the black shield before going in on that.
The rest of that squad is nearby. Ezreal and Corki have to walk from base. Huhi getting chunked out by Moon after the try to help. Does not land the bind though. And here comes the team. Teleport is coming in from Malphite. 4,000 health on Baron. This is risky by CLG, but they pick off KonKwon. Now Moon pops the ulti very early, and aphromoo bites back, but Baron Nashor is picked up by Impact. Then he ults 3. This could be horrible by CLG. A triple for NRG if you count the Baron, and they're pushing in to kill more.
Okie dokie. That was an early smite from Xmithie, and he had just used his Spider Form Q to get a kill on KonKwon. That might just be the thing that turns the game for NRG. Inhibitor for sure gonna go down.
Inhibitor for sure. CLG have to wait around the back lines. And now NRG will back up.
We're definitely getting another look at that.
Yeah.
All right, Impact actually gets chained here.
Here comes the Spooky Ghost as well. They could get a lot of damage here. He does not have ulti for 30 more seconds. Huhi goes in, doesn't get a lot of damage done. And they gotta be a bit afraid here. Their team's not around. NRG getting away pretty cleanly. CLG still chasing. I don't know if this is going to work. Braum has respawned and come back in. Flash bind on a GBM, but again, CLG trying way too hard, taking so much damage, and Afro's going to go down. CLG jumping in really hard again. Darshan really wants it. They do pick up impact. They get the heal for it, but can they win this fight? Altec is healthy, and he's playing Ezreal. This makes it hard for CLG to win. It's a 1-for-1 as ult comes by.
Be the Malphite ult plus E probably right after. Oh, he flashes into Q.
Yeah, and the smite dropped to 80 health.
He saved.
Yeah, impact ulted them.
He saved his ult for the team fight. Impact flash Q steals Baron.
Yep.
And then destroys them in the team fight as well with the ult over the top. My God. Everything turned at that Baron. Xmithie might go for this. Nah, that'd be a suicide move. Doesn't have it in him.
So they're not really ready to set any traps up.
Oh, Malphite
go
ulti.
right in for Xmithie. The ult in, Black Shield comes through, he stays alive, has to get away, and Huhi picked up Altec! He picked up Altec as the team was looking somewhere else. That is a huge pickoff.
That is the biggest pick that he could possibly make, actually, and now they're collapsing.
A lot of damage coming through. Stixxay alone on the wing, putting plenty of damage down. KonKwon at under 1,000 health. Stixxay takes him out from the side, and now Huhi wants in. Impact has no ult. He does pick up a kill with a flash going in, but it's a 4 versus 3. Moon on the wings. QSS pops. Stixxay's running for dear life because Moon has a lot of damage. Hops in, and Huhi comes back around, looks for a bit of damage. And by the way, Darshan was pushing. By the way, that inhibitor is dead.
This CLG 4-man squad is so good at buying time for Darshan to split on bottom. Oh, that's...
No, Huhi! Huhi, no! Huhi, no! Oh my God, he's gonna kill Impact anyway, but he doesn't deserve it.
No, he's not!
Oh my God,
No,
he is! Ignite with the swag kill, and Darshan is killing the base though. They have to recall and stay alive, and Nexus turret is dead. Mid lane tier 2 is gone as well. Impact's dead for 50 seconds. Huhi dodged a true shot barrage.
Dodged?
Oh wait, hold on, what if he recalls into it?
No.
Oh, spectators, come on!
Timing missed.
Yeah, I mean, he had home guard anyway. He would have lived, but that would have been so freaking hilarious.
As directly behind themselves, so there's no possibility of that happening again.
Look at that
QSS
battle.
on the ult already, so that exchange has already happened, but doesn't matter. Darshan doesn't need the ultimate.
Has to make Impact run for dear life. He'll home guard back in without problems. Of course, again, there's only one Nexus turret alive, and this is a big wave of minions. Look at that burst damage. Altec running away. Summoner heal was used here, and now they got a binding out of KonKwon. There's no chance that Braum lives. A great pickup by CLG, splitting the team up, winning the 4-on-4. They're looking to push top lane.
Great binding there. Flash binding from aphromoo to find another kill for themselves, and it looks like they are going to be able to close in on the...
Ooh, the damage! Stixxay doing his best wild turtle impression, going in and finding the kill. Now Moon's gonna pop the Lamb's Respite to stay alive, but he's gonna get rooted inside the zone, picked off by Stixxay and co, and they're inside the base. Darshan a bit low, gets the heal, gets the pickup, gets the 4th kill, gets the 5th, that's the ace, and that's Counter Logic Gaming, taking the game back and getting the win in 42 minutes. They're in 2nd place, they take down NRG.
What a well-deserved win for CLG.